incident is coming from the accounts of someone who went to Anambra State and saw what actually happened as far as security is concerned. He said a couple of days back during the Yuletide season, I went to Oka, the state capital of Anambra State, for a visit. Throughout the 6 days I spent in the city, I did not experience any ugly criminal issues like armed robbery, kidnapping, phone snatching, mugging, and so on. Even while walking during ungodly hour of the night, I was really impressed. Out of curiosity, I went around the city to carry out my on-the-spot research to actually find out why the crime rate seemed to be very low in the city and in the state in general. And these are the findings of this particular person. He said, first, Anambra State has a well-functional vigilante system. Majority of the communities in the state have efficient vigilante group who have a seamless, less collaboration with the police in the state. Also, these vigilance groups are predominantly youth who were recruited from within the community. I also heard that they are on the payroll of the state government. Talking about community policing, secondly, creating employment for the youth through vigilante services. One of the major reasons given for the perennial high crime rates in the country was due to youth unemployment. In Anambra State, it seems the government is using a problem to solve the same problem, which to me is ingenious. During my night walk, I saw some of the vigilante group guarding hotels, clubhouses, and filling stations, which apparently they were contracted to do. Some of them were even hired to maintain order in social events like weddings, traditional marriage, and other functions that involve large gathering. And the third reason is they were armed with pump action rifles. Unlike other states where their vigilantes could only ridiculously arm themselves with only sticks and cutlasses, thereby risking their lives should in case they are accosted by well-armed criminals. However, in Anambra State, I saw most of their vigilantes armed with assorted pump action rifles. And the fourth thing being discovered by this particular person talked about the entire state capital is fully lighted during the night. The entire state capital. Let us get that. The entire state capital fully lighted. Well, urban criminals succeed more in carrying out their nefarious activities under the cover of darkness. During my stay in Oka City, I noticed that most of the roads and streets were fully lighted. This, I believe, would deter anybody who had the intention of planning to commit mischief in the night. I think the issues of insecurity that have been plaguing other states could be tackled if the governor at the ends of the affair could muster the political will to do things differently like it's been done in Anambra State. Well, maybe this person is just writing on behalf of the government, because if I can remember vividly, and one thing that really caught my attention from what he has said is that the entire state capital. So is it the entire state capital that makes up the whole state? What about the interior places, other places? Because one thing about the so-called development talk about in most of the states, you will see, oh, maybe two streets like this. You say, oh, this street is okay, but by the time you go to the next street, it's something different. You'll be wondering, are you seeing the same state? And those are the things that these so-called politicians will be priding themselves upon. What about those? Is it because if you talk about the city center, the capital, then what about the other local governments? Are people not living there? And is it not the same state? This Anambra State. I remember vividly that the stakeholders and the Mieti Allah and the government officials and the state governor, they were there. They called this Mieti Allah that they saw your people displaying AK-47 in broad daylight. And before then, they have been, what is it called? I now remember again, all this Fulani Esme, Wahala here and there. They are trying to let us know that, oh, the Southeast is safe, according to what the Ebonyi State governor said. And if I could remember vividly again, is it not the same state Obiano was telling us that they will pay 500,000 if the Fulani Esme, if they injure their people or if they take their life, and then they say they will pay 500 compensation. So as at then, people were like, what kind of statement is this man making? So meanwhile, you are giving them opportunity. They will not say, after all, if anything happens, we can pay compensation of 500,000 naira. When the whole thing was so bad then. So I don't know the PR that this person is running for the government. It is clear. I heard some people saying that, the government will come out and be telling us that, we have done this. They try to force what is not down the throat of the people. You can't force. If you know that you have done well, it is not in your place to tell the people or to talk of what you have done. People themselves, the people you are working for, they are the ones that will be able to write your appraiser, not you. You don't need to tell us anything. Don't say anything. The people you are working for, the masses that you are working for, they are the ones that will tell you whether, yes, what you have done is meeting up their own demands. Not you come and tell us, just like Lai Mohammed has been going around telling Nigerians that some other international community saying that Nigeria is a failed state, that Nigeria is not a failed state. It is not in your place to tell us whether Nigeria is a failed state, and we don't need anybody's approval to tell us, whether Nigeria is a failed state or not. Let the people judge for themselves. They are the ones on ground. The governor of Ebonyi State just jumped and began to say, Southeast is the safest region in the country, and then people can testify to it. And we're like seriously, are you guys, is anything wrong with you guys? Let the people talk, not you. So this person that is saying this, as if we have forgotten, he just went to some areas and just began to tell us. And from what he said, that the entire state capital is lightened. So I don't know why that has always been the issue. That has always been, go to all the state capitals once you get it. And I think maybe that is where all the politicians, they just put themselves, and they will be telling you that everything is okay. They will be telling you that even if you have people who are representing people from all those inner places, inner villages, inner towns, you yourself, that you are a representative of the people in the state capital, apart from the governor, whether you need to even go to your colleagues' constituency to go and see what is happening, because everybody, maybe they just believe, human beings. I don't know, I can't even say maybe in Nigeria alone, but at least let's use Nigeria as a case study. That is where we are. So we talk about our people. You don't talk about other people like that. You can talk about them, 30 or 40%, because you don't even know what is obtainable over there. But at least you are on ground in your place. I don't know. You see somebody who is wretched, poverty stricken person. All of a sudden, by the time the person just gets little change like this, you will just be wondering, is it not the same person that was begging here and there? The person will just change automatically. They don't even remember humble beginning. And that is one thing with all these politicians. Once they just have that opportunity to just get there, they don't even think. That's how they were telling you that I used to before I got to 18 years old, I was not wearing slippers, I was not wearing shoes. But as soon as they get to that position, they'll be misbehaving. Not only that they will forget their humble beginning, they will be misbehaving. So you politicians that you crawl to get to that place. Once they get there, they don't see any other persons as a human being. They only see their colleagues. So once you are in the city center, you believe that everything is fine. The other day in Ebonyi State, when people had complained, then this so-called Miyetti, the Fulani Esme, they were now bringing their cattle or cows into the city center. And even before the governor could even enter the government house, these people will be welcoming him. The cows will be welcoming him. And he was not angry that he does not want to be seeing them, that they should go inside the farm, inside all those inner place. How can he be entering the government house and the cows will be welcoming him? People now say, so you can feel this thing. So now you want them to go back to all those inner villages, and those are the people complaining. You don't even go there, and you say, you have put somebody there, and is the person even up to date? They just forget. Is it not the same Ebonyi man? Umar, he telling us that he was a millionaire before he got to 21 years old or 25 years old, that he became a millionaire. Those are stories. They will even tell you that even before the creation of the world, they were billionaires, not to talk of before their mother conceived them. That is what they will be telling you. Somebody people that we know their humble beginning, all of a sudden they will begin to tell you that they have been doing this, they have been doing this. All of course, it's just to cover their tracks. So if this person is not telling us that other governors should emulate, see, you can't even That is because the failure of the government. That was what brought the launching or the creation of this Eastern Security Network. You can't change that narrative, and that is just the way it is. All of this in the bid to counter Eastern Security Network, that it does not need, they don't need, it does not need to exist in the first place. But people, like I said, it is the people that will judge themselves what they have been going through, not anybody. Not you come and tell us a cock and bull story. You cannot just go to an isolated area and begin to tell us, oh, that is how it is being obtainable. You said in the city, what of other all the inner towns and villages? What happens to them? Those ones are bound to the Philistine. Were you able to go around the whole state? If really you want to tell us what is obtainable. So guys, let us hear your opinion and let's know your thoughts on this.